So I want to introduce you to a buddy of mine. He is the current Chief Revenue Officer of a little company called Zillow. His name is Greg Schwartz. We're going to ask some questions. So Greg, come on out. Let's give him a nice little round of applause. We say hello, Greg.
Hello, Greg.
So, Greg, anything new at Zillow?
New. We have some new cereal in the cafeteria. That was kind of a big deal last week.
New cereal?
New cereal, some new milk. We feed everyone every day. So that's all that happened.
That's all that happened.
Yes, we entered into an agreement to buy Trulia, our competitor, and we too don't focus on competitors too much. Do you want me to give you the real story or the bullet points I'm supposed to give you? What do you want?
Listen, and all my interviews are blind. Is he always just like, here it is, right? What you see is what you get. Tell him.
So, business is about having a purpose, we think. And business is about getting big, about providing value to your customers.
Whoa. Are you writing that down? Business has to have a purpose, and business is about getting
big.
Say that again. Big. I'm sorry, keep going.
Sure, you can. It's your show. It's your stage. And we believe business is driven by incredible and unwavering focus on the things that are important, and truly it fits into our strategy. I'd point out we haven't closed the deal yet. We just agreed to pay them most of the money in my pocket, about $3 billion. But so we've gone ahead and had an agreement to buy them. We've had largely complementary business strategies. We really care for real estate agents. Can I say this? Is this okay? I love real estate agents. Does anyone else love real estate agents? I believe real estate agents have a fundamentally important role in the future of the real estate business for decades and decades to come. I would tell my kids, my oldest kid is 9 years old, if she wants to be a real estate agent, I think she will have a wonderful career path in front of her. And if you believe that, you want to make your bet aligned with all of you in this room and with consumers. And that's what the Trulia buy was all about, is they were also a company that believed in real estate agents and the future of real estate agents and selling ads to real estate agents, as well as trying to delight customers and advocate for them. So that's why we're buying them, because you want to be bigger if you have a unified belief, which is the people in this room are going to drive the industry for decades to come, and I want to serve you, and I don't want anyone else to serve you as well as I do. I want to own them as well. So that's why we bought Trulia. That's the real reason.
Okay, so first of all, yeah, thank you. There's some clapping over there. That's good. Listen, the deal's not closed, so you got to be very mindful of what you can and cannot say. Can you guys respect that? Yeah. You guys get that? Like, you don't want to, oops, oh, did he say that in front of 3,000 agents? That was a bad idea. What you can, though, say is, how does an acquisition like this, like they're sitting in the room going, okay, I'm selling like 60 homes a year, 30 homes a year, 15 homes a year. How do I do something like that? Like, should I be looking around as an agent and saying, who's the fading winner in my marketplace? Can I buy their business? Can I bring them into my business? Because there's about 800,000 of them out there. Should they be thinking like that, or is that a little unorthodox for real estate?
No way. No way. So here's the deal. What are you amazing at? What's your sustainable advantage? What can you pour capital into and scale your business with? And if you know the answers to those questions, you ought to look to expand, to grow, to join, to merge. And if you can't answer those questions, we've got to work on that, and that's what coaching and Tom is all about. But that is one of the frames of our business, is we call it the focus frame, which is we know exactly the thing that drives our business, that drives our success, and then we pour all of our capital and all of our focus into it. And every one of you have that in your business, in your heart, and you got to figure out what it is that makes you scale, that you can pour capital into, that you can pour focus into, and then go with it.
You guys are getting right now a $3 billion education. But I'm watching you look at him like, this guy is fascinating, this is interesting. But when he said this to me in the background, give me the framework again. Say it like they're going to write it down.
Yes.
They're going to write it down. Like this, they heard it the first, now they're going to go, wait a minute, well, let me just say it.
Yeah.
All we're talking about is modeling right now. How much revenue do you guys do?
We do $330 million this year.
Okay, and that gives it a 4.2, depending upon the day,
$5
$5 billion market cap company. Do you believe the same rules apply for us in our business? Yes or no?
Yes.
What do you guys think?
Yes.
Different service, different plan, same customer. Give me the framework.
So we have a 3-point framework. Frameworks have to be simple, and you have to be able to feel them every day and think about them every day in our experience. So the first is you have to have a focus frame, which is what we call a focus frame. What is the thing that defines you? What can you pour capital, pour focus, pour time into, and create more revenue and more value out of? And it's going to be 1 or 2 things. It's not 10, and it will prevent you from making mistakes. So what is that thing? At Twitter, what's that thing? It's texting, right? It's being able to publish and share text messages. They don't have a browser, they don't have an email program. They do that thing, and they do it incredibly well, and it's valuable. So you got to find your thing. Second, deferred gratification, something we talk and think about a lot. What deferring gratification really means to us, to me, is making decisions for the long, not the short. We all make tons of decisions every day, and in our heart, we know what the right thing is to do. We just don't always choose it. And so if you know where you want to go, and you defer the gratification today, you can be much bigger later. So I'll give you an example in our own business. So our business is growing about 70%. It'll grow about 70% this year. Last quarter, the quarter we just closed, we lost $10 million in revenue, but we grew the top line 70%. We did that on purpose. We decided to defer the gratification of profits, all of our profits, and dump every single dollar we made as a company back into Zillow so that we could grow and become a greater company years from now. And you have those choices to make. I would correlate that is I would hire in front of demand. And what I mean there is...
Whoa. Write that down. This is the thing. Go.
Hire in front of demand. This is something we think a lot about. If you want to provide exceptional service, if you want to convert leads, if you want to capture #1 market share, you can't hire after the pain occurs. You have to hire first. And so let's give an example. We're talking about lead conversion is the topic of the day, right? So lead conversion. Don't hire a lead administrator after you're overwhelmed and flooded. Hire them first. Don't spend thousands of dollars a month with my company. I'd love for you to do it. If you don't have the software, the technology, the process, and the people in place to convert it. Because you're going to fail and you're going to think, I'm the bad guy. I'm not, I swear. So that's the other thing is defer gratification. And what that means in business typically is about deferring short-term profits for long-term gain. And the last piece of our 3-point frame that we use is a BHAG. You talk about BHAGs a lot, right?
Yeah. I don't use that context, but we both tell them it's the same thing.
So it's a business schooly term that everyone in the internet business uses. It's called big, hairy, audacious goal. What is the thing that you absolutely will never achieve? It's impossible. You got to set that impossible goal. I joined Zillow a few months into it. We had no revenue, 20 employees. We just been on the Today Show miraculously because we have a good PR team. And we had 2 million unique visitors. And we set our big, hairy, audacious goal, and I'm going to get in trouble because no one's ever heard this before, at 50 million visitors. 50 million monthly visitors, when whatever it was 2 or 3. We passed that a year ago. So then we reset our BHAG. This is a year ago to 100 million monthly visitors on Zillow, and that was a thing, maybe we'll get there in 10 years. Last month, July, we passed 89 million visitors. I hope we can get there this year. I wasn't expecting to get there for many, many years to come. If you don't set a BHAG, you're not going to get there, I guarantee that. Because you're just operating in the dark. Am I going on too long?
I love it. Okay, so hold on. So first of all, yeah, I know. It's like, so should they, and you know, because we share many relationships inside this room, should they be setting really insanely crazy, like a central theme they made is 10x. 10x your business. 10x your business. Do they set that goal now? And how do they get there? Like in your mind, like did you say we'll never get there? Or did you say, we'll never get there in like 5 years, but maybe in 6 or 7. How do they balance the two of impossible dream to the hurt of we're not getting there? How do they balance that? How do you guys do it?
Sure. I'll share a funny and embarrassing story. So the shower. The shower is the key to our BHAGs. A whole bunch
You guys
of
all
us.
take showers together?
No, not that. But we all borrow our wives, and there are a bunch of members of this team who are women. We borrow our wives' lipsticks, and we write our BHAG on the shower door, or the shower wall, depending on what kind of shower you have. And we sit there with it before we select it for a week or two to make sure it feels right, and we look at it, and then we keep it there forever till we achieve it. And then you have to redo it all the time. I've gone through a bunch of our lipsticks. This is lipsticks. On this one. But believe it or not, we never escape it. And we never get confused about a budget versus a BHAG. A budget is a thing that you manage quarter to quarter, year to year. A BHAG is a dream. I can't tell you what your dream should be. I can't tell you what duration your dream should be. There's not a right answer for that. Our dream we thought was a decade dream. It turned out to be, it'll hopefully be completed in about 8 years, so 2 years early. And you have a BHAG in your heart for your business, and only you can define it.
One last thing on the consumer front. What are you seeing that they need to know about? Give us what's happening.
What's happening is something we all know about, but we have to think about how it affects us. This is the most transformative piece of technology probably since the telephone and Alexander Graham Bell came about. And this is totally transforming the way consumers do everything in their lives. We call this the remote control to your life. So thinking about having a remote control to your life in your pocket, how does it impact us in the real estate business? I got to tell you, the single most frequent thing I hear from consumers in all of our survey work is texting, 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 and texting. None of them want to talk to us, metaphorically, right? Certainly earlier in the real estate process. They want to interact with us in quick hits, and then they want to move on. So I guess that would be the megatrend, and it's an obvious megatrend, is make sure you've got a system where consumers can interact with you with the method they want. It's going to be on the phone. It's not going to be voice. It might be Facebook Instant Messenger, right? It might be texting on your device. But make sure you let your customers interact with you how they want to interact with you, and you will engender great loyalty. So let me just mention one thing before I get the hook.
You got any little secrets?
I'm going to give you my little secret bat phone. Because if you love your customers, if you're committed to them, you make yourself accessible to them all. Okay? And you defer gratification. So I'm going to defer some gratification. My personal email address, let me give it to you all, is Greg, G at Zillow.com, Zillow.com. If you're a customer or not, I don't care either way, and there's ever anything I can personally do to make your internet marketing more successful, whether that's on Zillow, Trulia, Facebook, or anywhere else, email me. I will personally email you back as quickly as I possibly can. I care about you. Zillow cares about you. We want you to be wildly successful.
What's the email again?
Greg, G at Zillow.com.
Okay, can we give Greg a big round of applause?